I don't even think I have the words to describe how good this one is. So let's just get into it. This is chicken tetrazzini. First things first, I like to start with chicken thighs, preferably, but I only had a chicken breast. That's okay though, we'll make it work. So I took my chicken breast and I cut it in half, or I butterflied it, and then I went in with some seasonings. As always, the measurements will be down in the description box below. And I'll also put how many pieces of chicken thighs I would prefer to use in this recipe as opposed to chicken breast. Like I said, either way, it'll be fine. You're just going to take those seasonings and you're going to coat the back and the front of the chicken because you want flavor all throughout. The flavor profile in this dish is top tier. And I'm not even kidding when I tell you that. So once the chicken is all nicely seasoned, I'm going to add it to a Ziploc bag and I'm just going to put that in my refrigerator and let it sit until I'm ready to make it. It was about 5 hours, but you don't have to. It just helps lock in the flavor and makes it that much better. And if you have kids like me and you want to do stuff while they're away at school or wherever they are, this is one of those recipes that you can kind of prepare in advance because everything else is easy. So now to a pot of water, I just sprinkled in some salt along with a splash of olive oil because it's time to cook our pasta. And in this case, we're using spaghetti. I only used half a package of spaghetti. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even use all of this cooked spaghetti in the dish, but I like to have more than enough than not enough at all. Into a pan on medium heat, I poured just a drizzle of olive oil to coat the bottom of the pan, and we're gonna sear off this chicken on both sides. So about 5 minutes on each side, or until it's golden brown on each side. Once that chicken is all cooked, we're gonna take it and remove it from the pan, and you're gonna let it sit for just a second before you cut into it because you want those juices to rest. The same way you would a steak, you're gonna do the same thing with chicken breasts. While that's resting, we're going to go ahead and get started on our cheesy sauce. So I added a tablespoon of butter to that same pan that we cooked our chicken in, and I added in some red bell peppers, green bell peppers, and some onion, along with some minced garlic. Now, how much of it you use is truly up to you. I went in with about a quarter of each bell pepper, and these are very small bell peppers, and about a fourth of a yellow onion. Now we're going to add in this cream of chicken. Make sure it's with herbs, okay? You're going to take your time and break it down. It will seem a little tough in the beginning, but once that heat starts to cook through, it'll make it a lot easier. And to that, I added in about half a cup of chicken broth, okay? So while that is simmering on a low heat and heating through, I'm going to go ahead and dice my chicken. You can do your pieces as big or as small as you like, but I like dicing it. It makes it easier to enjoy. And you know, the smaller you cut things, the more you have. Y'all know in the beginning, I only had one chicken breast, but watch how much chicken comes from that. You see that? That's one chicken breast. And this was more than enough chicken. So, hey, if you only have one, go for it. This recipe. So we're going to take it. And we're going to pour it right into that cheesy sauce. Or right now it's just cream of chicken. So yeah, we're going to dump the chicken right on in. And now we're going to add in our cheeses. I like to use sharp cheddar and mozzarella. You can alter this a little bit, but I wouldn't sway too far from the flavors of a cheddar cheese and a mozzarella, if that makes sense. Just because that kind of makes the dish, okay? Once my cheese was all melted, I took the spaghetti directly from the pot that it was in and put it into our sauce mixture. A little pasta water never hurts anybody. So once that was all incorporated, I took my baking dish and I went ahead and poured that delicious goodness right on into the pan. This is a glass pan. It is non-stick, but if you are struggling with things sticking and you think maybe it might stick, put a little Pam in the pan or some butter just to help it not stick. But once this is all added into the pan and it's pretty leveled, we're going to go in with that same cheese. So generously sprinkle on some sharp cheddar and some mozzarella. Once that's on there, you're going to put it in the oven on 350 for about 15-20 minutes or until it's golden brown and it looks like this. How beautiful is this? Mm, mm-mm-mm. This is a 10 out of 10 dish. And I can guarantee you anybody who tries this will love it. But the description box will have the recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.